All right. Well, welcome everybody. I am extremely excited to be here tonight to talk about Daisy. For those of you that have been on some of my earlier calls, I've been doing a handful of these calls in in the pre-launch phase before we were even able to get into Daisy. This is the first time I'm doing one since it's been launched. I have had very little sleep in the last week due to an incredible amount of interest in Daisy and some of the issues on the technology on the front end of it. But it has not in any way, in one iota, changed my excitement for this project. This is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. For those of you that have been, with me in my investment group for a while, the Berman Investment Group, there's a lot of programs in the cryptocurrency space, Forex, e-commerce, that I am in and I'm very, very excited about. This one combines a few of the most amazing parts of different things and puts them all together into one. This is it's just absolutely amazing. So I'm really, really excited to be talking about it tonight. Tonight I'm going to show you some video. I'm going to go through the entire Daisy presentation to talk about all the things that you get by becoming a contributor, with Daisy, and then I'll also be going inside my back office, my wallet, as well as my back office in Daisy, showing you two different accounts. I'll show you my main account with all of you guys that are already that are in there. And I have a second account, which is actually my father's, that I have access to as well, which has no referrals and nobody nobody that he's brought in any way, to show you an account with someone who's just investing and is not in any way bringing people in or referring or anything like that, because there is a very, very incredible referral program as part of this package. But it's not what's so amazing about this package. What's so amazing about this program is the AI technology, is the smart contract aspect, is the decentralized app, so that there's no company who's holding your money. Those are the things that make this project amazing. The referral part of it is just a bonus if you're someone that likes to share things that make you money with your friends and family. I've never been someone who's been in MLM marketing or any of those type of things ever. I've never sold any of those things. I've never done any of those programs because I don't like things where you have to sell someone products, or where you have to have membership fees, or where you have to have monthly fees, or all those things. To me, this just started because I got involved in investing. I started making really good money in it, and I like my friends and family, and I wanted to share that with my friends and family. And then it expanded, out past there. And that's what I love about all these opportunities is, and Daisy even more so than the others, is that it's not the type of situation where some people win and some people lose, or some people, win and some people maybe they don't make any money. In all of these things, everybody makes money. The more you put in, the more you're going to make. The more if you do get involved with telling people, the more you'll make also. But if you're someone who just wants to put in a little bit of money or put in a lot of money and let it sit and make you money, you can make really, really good money without doing anything else. These are all passive investments, other than the aspect of whether you bring people in and refer people, etc. So I am really, really excited. It was an exciting launch. The technology problems, for those of you that are aware of what I'm talking about, are all on the front end of the technology, meaning the website developers, not the smart contract, not the program itself. That has been working flawlessly, and it has been paying extremely well. And I will show you again when we get into my wallets in a few. So I'm going to try and calm myself down a little bit, because as you can see, I'm a little bit hyped right now. And I'm going to start with this video. It's about 10 minutes long, and it gives you guys a good idea of an overall view of Daisy and what it is and why I'm so excited. And then I'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll dig into the presentation, and then I have some other video and some other things, and again, then we'll get into my back office.
Crowdfunding has proven to be one of the most innovative ways for visionary people to participate in the evolution of disruptive technologies, while at the same time reaping the financial rewards as an early adopter. Technology has also proven to be the key to disrupting entire industries, like Uber disrupted taxis, Netflix disrupted Blockbuster, and Amazon and Alibaba disrupted the entire retail consumer marketplace. Today, we're going to introduce you to a financial technology platform that is disrupting traditional trading and investing, and a crowdfunding model that is disrupting the peer-to-peer economy. Introducing D.AI.SY Global, a revolutionary smart contract on the blockchain that allows you to immediately participate in automated profit rewards from major financial markets, own stock equity in emerging financial technology companies, and earn instant and reoccurring income, all from a decentralized app on your phone, and all for as little as a $100 contribution to the crowdfund. Profits, equity, income. Welcome.
Benvingut. Добро пожаловать.
Welcome to D.AI.SY. D.AI.SY is a smart contract, not a company. And that is one of its most powerful strengths. As a smart contract, the integrity of the crowdfund model and all of its rewards and promises are guaranteed and cannot be compromised by any company or individual. D.AI.SY is a decentralized application that is equally available to everyone. No one owns it, no one controls it, no one can change it. D.AI.SY lives forever on the blockchain with complete transparency and trust. And it is a gift to the world. The genius of D.AI.SY is that everyone wins. While most people agree that D.AI.SY is the most powerful referral plan ever imagined, the real power of this model is in the profits that are rewarded to every member equally, even if you never refer a single person. When you contribute to the crowdfund for as little as $100, you immediately begin to reap the financial rewards of the trading technology behind D.AI.SY. The name D.AI.SY, which stands for Decentralized AI System, is the next generation of high-powered, high-performance artificial superintelligence trading technology that is being developed by Dr. Anna Becker, the founder and CEO of fintech company Endotech. As an experienced executive and change agent in retail finance, Dr. Becker has worked with more than 300 brokers and has served as the compliance officer with regulators like the NFA and CFTC. She holds a Master's of Science degree in Computer Science and a doctorate degree in AI from the prestigious Technion University. She is also an author of several books on artificial intelligence and has deep experience in algorithmic investment solutions. Because of her deep experience in the area of legal compliance, Dr. Anna has been appointed by the Financial Commission's Dispute Resolution Committee. For the last 20 years, Dr. Anna and her team of AI scientists at Endotech have launched high-powered AI trading platforms that are being used by financial institutions and elite investment funds around the world, with documented long-term results, a fully transparent track record of highly profitable trading, and with proven success in every market condition. D.AI.SY, however, is by far the most advanced AI trading project that Dr. Anna has ever imagined, and will produce the highest returns in Endotech's history. When fully completed by the fourth quarter of 2021, D.AI.SY is expected to multiply the current trading performance by 400%. That's 4 times the already proven results. Imagine what that'll do for your profits, your equity, and your income. When you become a contributor to the D.AI.SY project with a crowdfund contribution of $100 or more, 50% of your entry package is immediately deposited by the smart contract into D.AI.SY Fund and used in live trading for the development and enhancement of D.AI.SY AI. To fully test and develop the platform, the target amount for the live trading is $500 million. There are a total of 10 contribution levels that you can progress through, with the price doubling for each. For contribution levels 8, 9, and 10, 70% is placed into live trading, giving you an even higher profit reward. Every crowdfund contributor will get the exclusive benefit of D.AI.SY's trading profits and performance. Trading begins immediately, and 70% of all profits generated are equally rewarded to each member. 15% of the trading profits are rewarded back to the entire D.AI.SY community, and 15% of the trading profits are used for the D.AI.SY development team. A Upon the completion of development, each contributor will also have the option of continuing to benefit from the trading platform or choose to receive the trading portion of your crowdfund contribution back as an additional reward. Because Dr. Anna Becker's AI trading technology is the first project that DAISY members are crowdfunding, we want you to hear for yourself what she has to say about trading technology, the DAISY project, and the future of DAISY AI. Until now, this category of high-performing AI technology has not been available to the masses. But thanks to DAISY and this one-of-a-kind crowdfunding model, anyone in the world can contribute as little as $100 and start receiving their equal reward of the financial profits, equity, and income. When you become a crowdfund contributor, not only do you receive your passive trading rewards, but you will also get shares of stock equity in Endotech before it goes public. And you can earn instant income from our referral plan, even if you never refer a single person. Passive profits, stock equity, and instant income. All 3 rewards for as little as $100. Using the power of smart contracts, DAISY Global has launched a one-of-a-kind referral plan, paid instantly in real time. The DAISY referral plan has absolutely changed the game. That's a guarantee. With automatic spillover, infinity bonuses, check matching bonuses, residual team trading bonuses, and even stock equity and revenue share bonuses for leaders. And the best part is the future. The top position of the referral plan is used to support breakthrough technology companies and projects that bring profits, equity, and income into the community. Endotech's decentralized AI system is the first of many companies and projects that DAISY will fund, which also means the opportunity for equity in Endotech is available for a limited time. Once the $10 million for Endotech is reached from the referral plan, the equity offer for contributors will be completed. Once the testing benchmark of $500 million is reached in the live trading accounts and the DAISY AI system is completed, Phase 1 of the crowdfunding opportunity will close, and we will announce Phase 2. To learn more about the DAISY referral plan, watch the next video. But remember, timing is a big advantage. So don't wait. Take action. Get started today with DAISY for only $100 and begin your crowdfunding journey with this amazing community. You will be very glad that you did.
DAISY sequence initiated. Activating DAISY referral system. Endotech systems active. DAISY fund activating. Uploading DAISY smart contract to the blockchain. DAISY AI initiated. Artificial superintelligence systems appear to be functional and active. All systems ready for DAISY launch. DAISY A1 rocket. Ready to launch in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. DAISY A1 has liftoff. Activating DAISY Global Network. DAISY Global Network online. All systems active.
first things first. Why am I so excited about this? As you saw in that video, this combines a few game changers, paradigm shifts in so many industries. One, for those of you that don't know, AI is taking over the world, and especially in the financial technology and the fintech market, meaning with trading. These are the leaders in AI technology. Dr. Anna Becker and Endotech, they've been achieving incredible results for their clients over the last few years. And this new AI technology is supposed to blow those results out of the water. Two, it uses cryptocurrency. So in cryptocurrency, why is cryptocurrency so exciting? If you're in the other platforms, or some of the other platforms that I'm in, or already in this space, then you know why. Cryptocurrency is taking over financial markets. I don't know if you've seen Bitcoin, but it's going outrageous. It is by far the best investment that anybody could have ever made in anything, money, stocks, gold, any asset, anything. And, a lot of the programs, or almost all the programs other than the e-commerce that I'm in, they are Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. Not only is it incredible in terms of the amount of money you can make in the crypto space, but the deregulated or non-regulated, anonymous, decentralized aspect of it is incredibly exciting to me. And like you've seen, it's outperforming especially Bitcoin, but a lot of them are outperforming anything, everything, the US dollar, foreign currency, gold, everything. Smart contract, meaning there is no company involved. You're not giving your money to anybody. Your money is being held on the blockchain to be used for trading and to be put into the system for the matrix and the referral program and your Endotech shares. And I'll go through all of this in the presentation. This is unbelievably exciting. And the other part of it is the fact that Endotech and companies like Endotech, and the reason why you didn't know about opportunities like this and why people don't know about opportunities like this is because it's typically saved for very rich people, financial institutions, and people like that. That's how rich people get richer. Endotech, I believe their minimum requirement before DAISY was $100,000. $100,000. And I think they had to pay $10,000 as a fee just to get in. So the way that a company like that can offer it to the masses is through crowdfunding, which is something that we're all familiar with things like GoFundMe and opportunities like that. It gives people the opportunity to be involved in a huge project, a groundbreaking project, a game changer. Like if you were able to get stock in Uber before Uber, or Grubhub before Grubhub, or any of those industry changing paradigm shift opportunities. So anyway, let's start digging in here. All right, let's start the slideshow. Okay. Everybody can see? All right. So legal disclaimer that, and you guys can read this yourself, this is available. I can provide it to anyone who doesn't have full, transparency. There's no like, we have access to this, you see it once and then that's it. So anybody that wants it, get with the person, if it's not me who got you in touch with, on this call, and we can get this, this to you. So it is a crowdfund opportunity. Okay, so purchasing the DAISY crowdfund package is a contribution to an equity crowdfund for DAISY AI development. It's not a trading investment. Even though some of your money goes to trading, you are not like some of the other programs that I'm in, like CashFX or other bots that we're in. Your investment goes to trading. In this case, and I'll explain how it works later in the presentation, you are getting some of your money in trading, but you're not just making a trading investment. You are buying a crowdfund package that also gets you money in trading. Again, you guys can read this in further detail. So what does DAISY stand for? As I said, decentralized, which means there's no company. Okay, so it's completely decentralized. There's no company, there's no bank, there's no somebody holding your funds. Okay. Smart contract is part of that decentralized situation. And that's the most amazing thing in the world, because there's no person or company pushing the buttons, deciding when to withdraw your money. So when you withdraw your money from the trading profits, it withdraws instantly. All of the other money, the referral money, the matrix money, the matrix match money, the Pacesetter money, and all of those other things are all paid instantly to your wallet, not in the system DAISY, instantly to your wallet. Mind blowing, because of the smart contract, because once it's triggered, whatever you're supposed to make that money, it just pays you instantly. All right, so let's get started. So what is DAISY? Again, some of this we're going to run through a little bit quickly, because I think a lot of this was explained, the overview of it in that video, and then we'll get into some of the more hardcore details in a little bit. So it's an equity crowdfunding model for financial technologies, a decentralized smart contract, not a company. Again, for those of you that are in other investment programs, as great as most of these programs are, they all have some sort of centralized aspect, meaning you're giving money in a lot of cases to the company. They're trading on your behalf, and then you have to withdraw funds. In this case, it's all on the blockchain. It's completely 100% transparent for you and anybody to see. It's completely confidential. They don't even take your name. It's just a username. And again, you're paid instantly when whatever triggers the payments. You're literally paid instantly in nanoseconds to your wallet. It's a model where everyone can win with profits, equity, and income. Currently, the crowdfunding for the Endotech D.AI.SY AI project. As I mentioned in the video, DAISY in general is going to crowdfund different opportunities. The first big project is Endotech, which is this amazing AI company led by Dr. Becker, and this new DAISY AI project. Contributors, that's anybody who gives $100 or more. It ranges from $100 to $2,000. They receive exclusive stock equity and profit rewards. So what is DAISY? Again, we've talked about this decentralized AI system being developed by Endotech. It's the next generation of AI trading. Okay, this company last year got results for their clients between 300% and 1,500% in a year. I'm going to back that up for a second, because I don't think that people understand those kind of numbers. Banks get you about 1% a year. Some get 0.5% a year. Some get maybe a 1.5% a year if you have a fabulous bank. 1.5% a year. Right? This company did 300 to 1,500% a year last year for their clients. And this is the next generation, because apparently for Dr. Becker, who is very ambitious and mind-blowingly intelligent, is has ambitions bigger than that. And this is supposed to be 4 times the results of the old AI. Mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So, all right, let's keep it moving on this. Okay, so who's Endotech? Endotech is the first partner for the DAISY crowdfund. They're a global fintech company that specializes in AI trading systems. I'll show this later in the presentation. They have a roadmap to complete DAISY AI and be publicly traded by 2022. So again, this is where the equity shares come into play. You are getting shares in a company that is going to change, that has a very, very good chance, and I can't say is going to, it's a very, very good chance, because they're already blowing away records and receiving a lot of, a recognition for that. They're going to do huge things in the industry, and before they go public, anybody who contributes even $100 will at least own 1 share of this company. That is incredible. Again, that's where the whole, if you could own 1 share of Uber, or 100 shares of Uber, or 1,000 shares of Uber, before Uber launched. Okay. Proven track record. Currently providing AI trading systems for top financial institutions. Because of the level that you have to go in, this is typically saved for people who either have a lot of money or top financial institutions. They have a proven track record of high performance results, and it was founded by Dr. Becker, who is a top AI scientist. And we'll show you a little more about her in a second. So here it is. Again, this is an incredible woman who has been leading the field and for 20 years. I remember a story that I've read about, and it's been passed around a lot about her. There was this mathematical formula that the top mathematicians and scientists in the world could not figure out. And when Dr. Anna Becker, well, I guess at the time she was just Anna Becker, was 19 years old, she solved that mathematical equation, kind of shocked that world, and they made her a professor at the local university before she even went to university, or finished university at least. Since then, she has gotten her PhD in AI and has been leading the industry for the last 20 years. Here's some more information. Again, I'll make this available. I don't need to run through all the stuff, but I mean, she's been named to the Dispute Resolution Committee for the Financial Commission. She's just a top leading expert, in her field. Okay, so this is an example of, so Endotech has a number of different AIs, a number of different strategies. So there's a lot of different returns that people have gotten from their services over the last few years. And something I think is important to mention now also, for those of you that are familiar with AI or other trading bots, or just are curious about what you're going to earn on a daily or weekly basis, here's a good time to mention the difference in how they do their trading versus how most people do their trading. For those of you that know, I'm in a bot. I'm in CashFX, which I think a lot of it is AI related. There's a new AI program, non-trading, that I'm going to be launching soon. But anyway, a lot of the most of the trading, or maybe all of the trading actually, AIs and bots that I've been aware of until then, are more about high frequency trading, meaning they are making a lot of trades all day long, and they win most of them. They lose a couple, and at the end of the day, you're up a certain amount, and that happens every single day, and it's fabulous, and those are great programs. This is not what Endotech does. Endotech does not do, or their AI does not do high frequency trading. Their AI catches trends, meaning there could be days, there could be weeks, sometimes there could be months where there's very little activity in the trading. I'm very excited to announce that they finally caught a trend today, and we've started to see some money, and I'll show you this on when I go into my back office in a few. But it could have been weeks, it could have been months, because the AI detects when the time is to go in to the trend, and then catches it and rides it. And something that I think is very, very important for the part that goes into trading, although at some point you can take out your earnings at any time, it is highly recommended to look at the trading portion of this as the long-term strategy, because trends are not, again, high frequency trading where you're making a certain amount every day. And sure, the longer you keep it in, the more money you make. But with trends, if you hop off before the trend is over, you might have made 100%, 200%, 300% on your money. But the people that stayed on that trend made 400%, 600%, 1,000%, or potentially more on their money. So again, here's an example from last year, from a couple years ago, January 2018. Okay, you can see this. This was an account that did over 800% for the year. Okay, mind-blowing, numbers. And again, I'm going to go into a video in a couple minutes to show you, to let Dr. Anna Becker tell you herself a little bit about, what I was basically just telling you. Here's another one from the end of last year. This is a great example of what we were just talking about. The people that were in this said that they saw nothing for, a month or two right before this. Keep in mind, this is in European dates, right? So this is 9/1 to 11/9. Okay, so for the month or two before September, they really didn't see very much action. And this is a $10,000 account. And then on 9/1, they caught a trend. And on 11/9, so that is 2 months and 8 days later, that $10,000 account was worth almost $40,000. It's, mind-blowing numbers in a couple months, because they caught the trend, they wrote it out, and there you go. And for people that left their money in, annual return of 1,500%. an annual return of 1,500% because they made 300% on their money in 2 months. Mind-blowing numbers. Okay, now I'm going to take a quick break from this for a second.
Keep talking. I would love for you to just maybe brag a little bit about the performance that Endotech version 1, the current generation of AI. And certainly, guys, I want to say that past performance in no way, shape, or form guarantees future results. And we want to always be true to that message and understand that, hey, when we talk about past performance, it doesn't guarantee any type of future results. It's not indicative of a future outcome. But you guys have had some pretty impressive results with some of your strategies, like the alpha strategy. I was looking at the leverage strategy that you launched in September, and my gosh, I mean, it's 300 to 400% in 90 days. I mean, this is an amazing accomplishment. So maybe brag a little bit in the context, of course, that we're not guaranteeing future results, but maybe talk a little bit about the philosophy that your system.
Yeah, I'd love to know. Actually, when you were talking, it's like I was comparing myself to the athlete that got already the medal, right? I feel that this year I got the medal for modeling because we got these results, but I'm so preoccupied of how to take it to the next level that it feels uncomfortable to brag about the past. Let's talk about the way we did it. It's more appropriate. Our view of the market, I did myself many interviews of the hedge fund managers and guys that did the modeling about how they view the market and why they think their systems are successful. And we use the phrase saying that, tell me your story, how you see the market. What is your story? So our story is fairly simple. We're saying that markets are volatile, young markets are expressing trendy behavior, and we, using AI, pattern recognition, and other elements, are able dynamically to create the system that knows how to catch the trend. So statistically, you have over 6% on average move of Bitcoin a day. So you have very high probability that you will have trends. So what we know to do is whenever you have a trend, and if you just looked at the trend for the last 3 years, you have lots of trends of 60% and up in Ether. Let's take Ether, for example. So in Ether, if you're looking at the trend, you have look at the beginning of the trend, end of the trend, let's say bullish trend, right? So our goal is to know what is the pattern of entering the trend, how it enters the trend. So we're catching using this pattern at the beginning, and our accuracy, and this is a very important term for us, is to be very close to the optimal point. So if the trend starting at this point, we are losing 5% of the upper move, right? And then our exit, here we're allowing much more loss, right? Considering like accuracy from the top point. So here we're allowing up to even 40% of the loss in the move. And the reason is because the trends are so long that we don't want to miss it, because sometimes when you took already 20%, you're saying, wow, it's enough, especially if it's leveraged, right? Yeah. You say, wow, I took 100%, it's enough. But then you have additional 40% going up, and then you can kill yourself for not taking them. It's very hard emotionally for any person to doing modeling that you took too close. And this is our strength, that we know how to catch these long trends and how to protect ourselves from the other periods that don't express this trendy behavior. So our system is based on this pattern recognition, on the ability to catch trends with very high accuracy at the entry and moderate accuracy at the exit, right? Yep. And to be very clean on the rest of the performance where we have manageable losses. We have manageable losses that, again, here I do want to talk about this because what to expect. So you can expect from our system that whenever trends are going on, we will catch them. Of course, it can be 1 or 2 trends that will not follow the pattern behavior and we will be too late or something. Till now, we had an excellent year. We caught everything right in the right point. And then during the very stable periods when market doesn't know where to go, you will see either stable performance or losing performance, right? But what I'm saying is that this is excellent opportunity. By the end of this period, this is what we do. We do for our internal money, that once we experience these extremely stressful periods where our clients and we lose money, we start to increase our capital, because here's the great points for market to go up. Yeah. So that's when we launched our leverage strategies in full speed in November, when we experienced this huge run, and then our clients took 100, 200% in just a few short weeks. So that's our current approach. But of course, it's really, the approach is suited to current situation of the market. Next year will be different. Maybe other algorithms will be more in use for the fund. So I'm not saying that this specific usage that we did this year will be exact that what we will do next year. Right. And specifically for Forex and other markets, there are completely different approaches to take the market, different timeframes, different everything. Actually, I can talk for hours about why we're choosing this resolution and not that resolution, why it affects another thing, why we're using money management, portfolio management, like all the elements, lots of elements in place to make it success. Because if you're just trying to catch the prediction, you will not be able to manage this amount of money and even your own money, because you need system of how to do trading, of how to do money management and so on. So for us, it took us a long time to build a system, also to build AI that helps us and to help it manage it. I'm bubbling, so let's go.
Oh, it's great. No, I love it. No, because I love what you're saying. I think it's important for everyone to understand that in this particular market of digital currency, and again, Forex is a different market. And of course, in phase 2, we will be expanding into Forex and equities, and we have a big future there as well. But in the digital currency space, we're not dealing with high frequency trading with your AI systems. It's really catching these trends. And this is important because I get the question a lot, well, what's the daily ROI? And if that's the wrong question to ask in this type of environment, because there may be months where there's only a few trades, because you're entering, once you confirm that, let's say that a trend is going up and it's confirmed, then it enters, right?
Yes, and then you can wait for months. Yes. And it's a very important question, because we were pushed by many clients to think about high frequency systems. And what I'm saying is that in specific markets like crypto market, where you have very high commissions, you have very high cost of execution, you have very low liquidity, you cannot go to high frequency. So you need to be comfortable with tactical investment. You need to look at this as investment, not as a trading. You're investing, but this investment can help you to reach your result, your goals in a year time, not a day time, even weeks time. It's more about a year.
So I hope that gives a little more information in terms of, the trading aspect of it. I cut that piece out of an interview that's out there for everybody to be able to go and check out. 3/4 of that video was mind-blowingly impressive. The other quarter of it, I think, was mind-blowingly impressive. I really didn't understand it. It was so, she is so intelligent and so technical in some cases that it was way over my head, even for what I understand. But again, her reputation, the company's reputation speaks for itself. And that's where, the bulk of the money, your trading money is going. I've always, for those of you that have been on with me in the past, that I'm very transparent in terms of what I invest in these things, my earnings. I go right into my back offices. I don't want to, hide anything. And I'm going to do the same with D.AI.SY. For those of you that don't know, so the smart contract of this D.AI.SY amazing platform is working 100% perfectly. Unfortunately, there's been, because of a couple things. One was a mass rush at launch that crashed the website. And some other technical difficulties in terms of integration that have caused some problems on the front end. But the technology itself of the D.AI.SY smart contract has been working perfectly. And I made a lot of money. And a lot of people that I know made a lot of money, made some money from doing absolutely nothing. Some people didn't make money yet from doing absolutely nothing. I'll discuss the whole spillover thing and how that works when we get to that, slide in the thing. But everyone needs to remember that the main big pieces of this are the money that's going into trading, the stock equity that you have in the company. And if you're referring, you'll do very well from the referral and the matrix. And if you're not referring, your best chance at getting spillover is by being in this group with us. And I'll explain to you why. So for those of you that don't know about how fixed force matrices work, there is only 3 people that everybody can have in their quote unquote front line. So because of that, a lot of people bring in a lot more than 3 people. When there's more people that get brought in both by me, people above us, and then as people come into this, spillover happens because there's only 3 people in each row. And again, I'll show this through the presentation. Anyway, one of the most important things in this system, in the matrix part of the system, right? This has nothing to do with the AI trading. It has nothing to do with the thing. That's the main bread and butter of this. But for the matrix part of this, for the referral part of this, if you're not referring any people, your best chance at making money, extra money, the bonus money, is from having the best placement you can in the system. For those of you that have been following D.AI.SY for a while, and for those of you obviously in my group, you know that there are people that were actually pre-coded in the system prior to the D.AI.SY launch. That is as far as high in the matrix as you can possibly go. I knew for myself and for my team that I had to ensure coding into the system and to be at the highest level I can be with the largest group that I can have to ensure the biggest success for my group. Because of that, I decided, along with someone who's been in my investment group for a while now since I started this, someone who I've considered an unofficial partner. We've never actually partnered in anything, but we talk all the time about investments and strategize and all of that. We decided, and for those of you in my group already, you know him because he's been in the group. And I've been wanting to tell you guys, but thought this was the right place to do it. So we decided to partner up because we thought it was the best chance at, not chance, because this is going to be successful regardless, but to really blow this thing out of the water, to have the biggest possible success for each of us and the biggest possible success for the team, the family, the group, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it the family. For those of you that have been with me before, you know that I am all about the group win. You know, I am all about everybody making money. And so this decision was made, and I wanted to let everybody know. Eric Jaffe, for those of you that know him or in the group, is my partner on this. We are the coded into the system. We are one of the first, somewhere between 400 and 500 people in this system. I don't think you understand how big that is in something that there's already 50,000 people in. And once the front end gets working properly again, there will be hundreds of thousands of people in over the next few months and millions of people over the next handful of years. This is going to be huge. And not only do you have all of the great stuff in terms of the AI and the Endotech shares, but you have a really big opportunity if you do bring in people, or even if you don't bring in people, to really make some good money, extra money, bonus money in the matrix and referral platform. So you should see my iPhone. Let's go to my VPN. So for those that don't know, D.AI.SY is not available to US IP addresses. It does not mean that you can't be from the US. Clearly I am. There's a lot of people in there from there. It just blocks US IP addresses. The main reason is the United States has a lot of regulations. Companies that aren't in the United States don't really want to deal with it. So there's a lot of programs that they block US IP addresses. So we use IPVanish. You can get a link to it on my website, thebermaninvestmentgroup.com, and you can get a link right there for IPVanish. And then you just log on in pretty much any other country but the United States, Iran, or Korea. I usually use Canada or UK. So we're already set up for Canada. So we just connect. And now let's go into my wallet. So for those of you that don't know, Eric and I went in at level 8, $25,000 prior to launch. In the first 12 hours, we broke $20,000. In the next 24 hours, we made pretty close to another 10, although we lost some of it from Tron dropping, temporarily lost it from Tron dropping, as well as these fee situation that we can talk about later on in the thing. But this has been incredible. I mean, to recoup our investment in a few days is mind-blowing. And the trading just started today, and that's not even included in the trading. It's just from referrals, a very small portion, and a lot in the matrix and the Pacesetter Bonus, which is when you bring in people and achieve certain levels of I almost clicked on it on my screen. I forgot I'm on my phone. All right, so we click on TronLink. So there we are. So this is our account. So as you can see, currently we're just under $25,000, again, because we lost a little bit, over 800,000 Tron. Okay. So if you go in here, you can see that a few times every minute, there are payments coming into the account. Small payments, but payments coming in, literally a few every minute. Every minute, pretty much of every day. Now, again, this is the account with the referrals. This is Eric and I's main account. This is the one that's pre-programmed into the system. It's at level 8. Okay. Oopsie. All right. Let's go into D.AI.SY. The front office of D.AI.SY is not connecting properly to the smart contract. So for those of you that know, you can log into the smart contract. You can see you can see all the transactions. You can see that everything is working properly. You're being compensated properly, etc. But for some reason, a lot of that information isn't translating properly onto the reports here. But just to kind of show you a little bit, I mean, obviously, here is you know, I guess our total, if it's correct. Again, I don't think all these numbers are exactly right. If we click on it here, you'll see that we have money from personal referrals. You'll see we have made over $8,000 in the matrix. You'll see we made over $400 in the matrix check match. That means that my team has made over $4,000 in the matrix, because this would be 10% of what my direct, not my team, just my direct referral team. So this would be $4,000, over $4,000 that they've made in there. And the Pacesetter pool, as you can see, we made over $11,000 in. Keep forgetting I can't click on the screen. Okay. So I think that's all I want to go through for right now. And then let's go back into the presentation. And as I go into things further, I will go back in there and show you more things. So I'll show you these, you know, slide in a little bit, but basically when you put your money in levels 1 through 7, you get 50% of your money goes into trading and 50% of your money goes into the crowd fund. For the crowd fund, you are getting your equity shares in Endotech, and you are getting access to the referral matrix pool to potentially make that extra money. So this shows the 2 screens. Sorry, I should have showed you that. I'll show you that when we go back in a minute. Let's show both what's going on in the matrix and all of that part. These numbers were not really accurate, but we can go check it out and see what's going on. And then this shows you what you have in funding. So in this case, this was a $1,500 pack, pack purchase. That half of it, $750, went in there, and as you can see, it's made $257.57 so far. So there's $1,000, you know, currently in there. Okay. So this is their roadmap you know, for Endotech. They registered their company in 2012. They were in development for a number of years. In 2017, they finalized all their crypto trading development and started implementing it. In 2018 is when they took that commercial. In November of 2020, they had a $100 million valuation, and that is before D.AI.SY even launched. Obviously, January 2021, just a handful of days ago, less than a week ago, D.AI.SY launched. Again, I cannot stress the importance for those of you that are on this for the first time, how amazing of an opportunity this is to be in so early. The front end issues caused a lot of people to not be able to get in, and hence a few days later, while there would have been hundreds of thousands of people in here, there's only about a little more than 50,000 people in here, and you have the opportunity to still be in so early before hundreds of thousands and millions at some point people are in this thing. And again, I'll show you how spillover works that will, you know, help create some extra income, extra passive income. So rewards for contributors. So there's up to 10 crowdfunding tiers to choose from starting at $100. Now, something that's very important is you have to buy every single level. So if you, every level that you're going, not every single level, you have to buy every single level that you're going up to. Meaning if you want to buy into level 5, you have to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you have to want to buy level 7, you will buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, etc. If you buy 2, you want to buy 1 and 2. You cannot just buy that certain level. And I'll show you that on a page in a minute. Every contributor gets their equal share of 5% Endotech stock. So I'll show you later what that means for each level, but starting with 1 share for the $100 level, going up to, I can't remember how many the $100,000 level makes, and everywhere in between, you get your equal share based upon how much money you're contributing. 50 to 70% of each contribution goes into the trading. Okay, so levels 1 through 7, 50% goes. Levels 8 through 10, 70% goes. All right, 15% of that trading profit is rewarded to the residual plan, and I'll show you how that pays in a little bit. Contributors can withdraw trading rewards at any time, but remember, it's highly recommended to keep it in as more of a long-term strategy because you will make more money. Okay, all members are able to participate in the D.AI.SY referral plan. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You'll still make a really good money passively, but if you like making money and you like your friends and family to make money, there's no like catch. There's no membership fee. There's no sign up fee. There's no product to sell. You don't have to bring in people if they don't want to. But it's a way that you're going to make money. It's a way that they can make money. And I don't know, I like sharing that kind of thing with people. So I've never shared any of these type of things before because I've never seen things like except in the investment space. And now this is even better than a lot of the ones I've even in. Okay, so this is how, you know, basically things work is you put your money in Endotech, or excuse me, into the D.AI.SY contribution. That goes half or 70% into the fund, the other half or 30% into the D.AI.SY crowd, and then the smart contract just automatically pays out your people. And I'll show you how that works. So why are they using Tron? Because for a lot of you that are, you know, in some of these other investments or familiar with them, you've probably heard of Bitcoin and maybe some of the others, but maybe never heard of Tron. The reason why they use Tron is, 1, it allows an automated interaction between members and D.AI.SY. Tron is made to be on the smart contract on the blockchain. So it moves instantly. For those of you that are familiar with Bitcoin, you can send Bitcoin to someone and it might take 10 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It might take an hour or 2. Sometimes it takes a day or 2, not often, but it does. Tron moves in nanoseconds, pretty much instantly. When I was sending Tron to people as part of the setup process, I would send the Tron, I would screenshot the screenshot, I would go to the text message, I would send the text message, and the person already had the Tron before they got my text message. It's that quick, okay? So it removes the need for a company to be in control, because with all the Bitcoin ones, when you have a payment, you want to withdraw, you have to click withdraw on your thing, and then a company has to withdraw your money. In this case, if it's a withdrawal, when you click withdraw, it hits instantly. And if it's just one of the referral or matrix spillover or any of the other, instant payments, it's paid instantly to your wallet. There's not even a place to withdraw. It's already in your wallet. Okay. It allows all promises to be executed instantly with 100% transparency. Okay. So a smart contract is like, it's taking, I don't think I even spoke about this, earlier. So a smart contract is taking like a contract in real life, okay, that lawyers draft up to protect everybody from, this is the deal, right? When you do this, you get paid this. When we make this much money, this is what we pay you. When you bring in this many people, this is what happens. When you get this spillover, this is what happens. And all those details are put into a contract. And it's programmed into the blockchain as a smart contract, which means nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody, not Dr. Anna Becker, not anybody at Endotech, nobody can change the smart contract once it is in the system. So that's what's so amazing. So the numbers that I'm showing you, that I'm about to show you for the referral plan and those kind of things, those are programmed in. They're not empty promises that the company's going to say, oh, we're not going to really pay that, or that was just to get people. No, it's programmed into the system. That's how it works. Okay. Tron blockchain is among the fastest and most scalable. Low gas fees. Well, we're not seeing that recently, but we will address that issue. It's something that is going on for those of you not in yet. They a little bit underestimated how many transactions there would be. As you saw, I'm getting them, every few seconds, and it has caused some gas fees issues. We have found some workarounds on our end in terms of freezing your Tron or some of your Tron, and on their end, they're solving the solutions on the smart contract end. Okay. Tron is a top emerging decentralized app platform with a big future, and they're expected to rise in value. For those of you that have been watching, Tron seems to follow a very similar trend with Bitcoin, slower, but a very similar trends. Okay. So passive income. Okay. So this is very important. So for those of you, again, there's going to be a lot of information later on in this presentation about the referral plan. I don't want you guys to get scared if you're like, oh, I don't want to do this MLM. I don't want to do this referral stuff. I knew it was one of those things. No. Okay. There are a lot of ways to make money in this, and you don't have to do any of that. It's only if you do that, then there are benefits, additional benefits for that. And I'd actually like to bring up something that my man Ron, brought up to me yesterday that I never even thought of as a great analogy. I think he's still on this call unless I lost him. And
no, I'm here.
Oh, awesome. And he brought up the idea of Cash App, right? If you go on your Cash App, for those of you that use Cash App, if you go on your Cash App, okay, if you share your Cash App, now everyone has Cash App at this point, but if you share your Cash App with someone who didn't have Cash App, you will be paid $10. That does not mean it's an MLM scheme, okay? That does not mean that it's a whatever. It means that if Ron said if 5,000 of his followers signed up for Cash App, he would make $50,000. Okay. All it means is that it's an additional way to make money if you decide to share. And even if you do not decide to share, okay, even if you decide not to share, Eric just said that his bank gives out referral money. And even if you decide not to share, not only do you still make the other passive income, but you even get potential matrix spillover money also. And I wanted to make a point now to talk about the spillover for those of you that are already in. Some people saw spillover. In a few minutes, when I go back into the accounts, I will go into my account. I'll also go into my father's account. My father's account, he referred nobody. He's already made over $700 in this. That's all from spillover. So the spillover is real, but the higher you go in terms of your levels, the more matrix spillover you'll get. And the earlier you get in, although my father was in later than most of my team, he was still in early. And for those of you that get in are still in early. For those of you that have not seen spillover recently, keep in mind that there was a big rush at the beginning. And then with the technology issues, there hasn't been that big rush. Wait till the next big rush comes. You want to be in the system already. I promise you. Okay. So, and I even know I have an account, a $100 account for my daughter that's already made, I think, $7 or $8, even on a small $100 account. However, I do not want people to think, because I think this is going on out there, that I put in $100 or I put in $300, which is level 1 and 2, and I didn't make any money. This thing's a scam, or this thing isn't real. Hold on. You put in the lowest levels, you didn't talk to anybody about it, and it hasn't even started trading yet. You're just looking at the extra possible income. It may not come for everybody, and it may not come and the people probably won't come from are some of the smaller level ones. But remember that that's just one piece of it, and that there's a lot more people coming. That you guys who got in the first 1,000 have only seen 49,000 people come in after you. There will be hundreds of thousands of people coming in after you. Okay, so let's talk about passive income. So what do you get if this is for anybody who does not bring in anybody? Okay, so you're someone that says, I'm not into that. I don't care if it's just making money. I don't want to tell anybody about it. Here you go. This is for you. So you get owning equity. You get a potential return from selling Endotech stock or receiving dividends in the future. Okay, again, this is the part about Endotech is changing the AI in the fintech space. It is like the Uber technology, what it did to the taxi business and the transportation business is what these guys are doing, and what AI technology and these guys are doing to the trading space. So having equity in that company before they even go public, incredible opportunity. Trading rewards, 50% to 70% of your money goes into trading. So there are potential trading rewards from successful trading performance. I noticed today that they picked up something, and I already have in my main account, or we already have in our main account, $255 in trading equity. Everybody who's in already will see that, or they may not see it because the front end's a little, but have already made money in trading also at different levels, because obviously someone who puts in 25,000 will make more money than someone who puts in 100, but relative to what you put in, you will see your trading profits as well. Excuse me. And the final thing is potential matrix spillover. Okay, so, and I will show you the difference between tiers, which is the levels that you buy 1 through 10, and generations. Generations are how many generations you have in each of your matrices. Okay, so when you buy into level tier 1 or level 1, you will have a $100 matrix. How many generations you have in that matrix depends on how many people you bring in. If you bring in no one, you automatically, in any matrix that you have, will automatically open generation 1 and generation 2 of your 10 generations. Okay, so if you buy up to level 2, you will have a $100 matrix and a $200 matrix. If you bring in no one, you will have 2 generations open on each of those matrices. And again, I will go into the app in a few minutes and I will show you, unfortunately, the people aren't filled in, but I'll show you at least what the chart looks like and what I mean by the difference between the levels and the generations. So you have potentially 10 different matrices, a 100, a 200, a 400, an 800, all the way up. And then on each of those, you have potentially 10 generations, meaning 10 levels. The first 2 open up automatically if you don't bring in anybody. And then from there, it's depending on how many people and how much money they bring in. And I'll show that on a later slide. Okay, so here are the tiers. Okay, so as you can see, so this is what, because you're buying them one at a time, but as I mentioned, you have to buy all the way up to where you want to go. So this is the total amount you would need depending on what level you want. Meaning, if you want to do level 3, even though it says $400, you have to buy all 3 of them. So what is the total amount you need to do? $700. If you want to buy up to level 5, it's basically this column. This is the total amount that you need to do, $3,100. You want to buy up to level 8, $25,500. Level 10, $102,300. Okay, because you basically are buying all the levels before and that level. As you can see, 50% goes to the trading, 50% goes to the crowd fund. The crowd fund is what gets you your shares of Endotech stock and your access to the referral and matrices. And with the matrices, again, even if you don't refer, you not only can get you get those 2 opened up for you, and you can get spillover into those matrices, even if you don't bring people in. And then over here is the shares. As you can see, starting with 100, you get 1 share. 1,500, 15 shares. 6,300, 63 shares. As you can see, it's exactly equal, right? 51, 100, 511 shares. You can see it's exactly equal. So this is relative. This is 511 times this one. You have 511 times the shares. It's exactly, you know, equal in terms of equity. Okay, so you can buy up at, and I'll answer questions at the end, but I don't mind jumping in every once in a while. You can buy up at any time. So you can buy in at level 1 now, entry level 1 now, and then you can buy up from there. Like I bought in, Eric and I bought in at level 8. Okay, we plan on buying up to level 9 with profits very soon, and then hopefully up to level 10 with profits very soon. When the profits come to your wallet, like they're in my wallet, our wallet right now, we can withdraw those as earnings if we want to, or we can keep it in there and then use it to upgrade. Keep in mind though, that the matrix for that level will not open until you buy it. So for example, if you buy in at level 1 now, because you say, I just want to get in, any people that come in that you would have potentially gotten in these other levels that you're going to buy up later, you wouldn't get. And once they're placed, they're placed. So the earlier you can get, you know, up, you should get up. I think it's important to state now, because I don't even think I mentioned it at the beginning. Okay. While obviously this company Endotech has a tremendous history, while obviously they've done an incredible job for their clients, this is an investment. Okay. There are risks to every investment. Do I think that people are going to lose money in this? No. But there are risks to every investment. And it is also a long-term investment. The short-term money is not guaranteed unless you bring in people. So it's important that people only invest as much as they can afford to lose and as much as they can afford to just let ride and let the company work its thing. Don't put in money saying, okay, I'm going to put this in, and then I hope in a month and a half I have enough money to get out because I really need this money back. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Don't use bill money. Don't use extra money. You know, don't use, assigned money. You should be using extra money instead of going and spending it on, social things or travel or whatever. Make your money work for you, but don't use it for bill money or mortgage or rent or any of those type of things. But definitely buy into as high a level as you can at first, because I've seen the difference. And again, I'll show you in a minute with my dad's account. My dad bought in at level 7. My dad buying in at level 7 with not a single referral, he's made over $700 already. So he did get spillover and he is making extra money. And that again, doesn't even count for the trading. Oh, so for those of you that are in D.AI.SY and want to know how to log in after you've already signed up, it's this first one right here, D.AI.SY.global. For those of you that are, that I'm your sponsor, or if you do not have a sponsor, that second one is my referral link. So you can use that to sign up for D.AI.SY. If you were invited by somebody else, please contact them after this to make sure you get their link. Very, very important. Okay, so let's connect here. Oh, I forgot I got to put on the VPN now. So that's the error message that you get if you're not, if you don't connect your VPN, because it knows I was in New Jersey. All right. So the tiers, as I mentioned, are the level that you buy in. So as you can see, because I bought into level 8, or we bought into level 8, I have a level, and again, the front office isn't showing. I have people in my tiers, and I have 9 of the 10 generations, or excuse me, 8 of the 10 generations open. No, 9 of the 10 generations open. No, 10 of the 10 generations open. I'll show you why in a minute. So, but it's not showing it, but I'll explain in a minute. So as you can see, I have a tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3, a tier 4, a tier 5, a tier 6, tier 7, tier 8. And then as you see, when I go to tier 9, when it catches up, it'll tell me I need to buy up to go there because I don't currently have that open. Okay, because I've only opened up these tiers. Okay, so these are the different tiers, 1 through 10. So this is the $100 one, the $200 one, the $400 one, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so those are the tiers. The generations, as you see, are the ones below it. Okay, so everybody, whether you bring in anyone or not, will have these 2 generations open to them. So you will have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people just from, I mean, spillover. The people have to go into your matrix, but you will have that matrix open for that spillover, whether you bring in anybody or not. Okay. Then the next generations, these generations require a certain number of people and a certain number of money. Okay. And I will show you on another slide what those amounts are. And as you can see here, what happens is each level, this is how many people will be in that level. So here you can see there's 9 people. This one will have 27 people, 81, 243, all the way up here. Generation 10 will have 59,000 people in your matrix. Okay. So if you open up your matrix, okay, by bringing in people, you have access to be paid on 59 when your matrix fills up from spillover, and it will at some point from referring and from spillover. You will have access to be paid on 59,000 people every time they buy a pack, every time they upgrade, every time they make money, every time, everything. It's unreal. So the referral plan, upfront income. They say upfront because it is upfront, meaning the second that whatever triggers that to happen, you get paid instantly, not to Daisy, but to your wallet. Okay, to the Tron wallet, which is off of Daisy. It's my money. I can withdraw it whenever I want to. Okay, so personal referral bonus, that's 5%. That is 5% of every direct referral you bring in. Okay, that's the equivalent of the $10 on Cash App. Okay, so you get 5% of every person, whatever pack they buy at any point. So at the beginning, any upgrades, every time they buy a pack, by the time the pack purchase goes through, you've already been paid to your wallet. For those of you that have signed up and you see the thing spinning when you buy the pack, that's spinning because it's not only signing you up for the pack and making your purchase, it is instantly paying all of the people that are required to be paid at that point. It's unreal. You get upfront income from the Force Matrix. Okay, that was the 900. How much money have I made on that? So that was the 8,000 some odd dollars that I've made from the Matrix so far. You get a Matrix check matching bonus. Okay, they go into detail later on, but that is 10% of every match because it doesn't come out of their money, but everything that your team, direct referral team makes, you get 10% of that. So if one of my people makes $1,000, it doesn't come out of their money, but I also make $100 for that $1,000 that they made. The Pacesetter Gold bonus and the Pacesetter Leadership bonus. Those are all upfront, meaning paid instantly to the wallet. Okay, so residual income. This is the stuff that's ongoing. Okay, there's a 10-generation unilevel trading bonus. I'll show that how it works later on. A Pacesetter Gold bonus and a Pacesetter Leadership bonus. And then, of course, there's the Pacesetter Equity bonus, which is additional stock if you're a Pacesetter. Pacesetters are people who are not only bringing in people, but really bringing in a nice amount of people. But I will tell you that the numbers for this are nothing like I've ever seen, both in terms of the payout as well as what you're required to actually bring in. It's not really that many people to open up each of the levels if you really just start to share your experience and how excited you are about this opportunity. But again, not required to make money in this at all. So this is the personal referral bonus. Again, you get 5% of everything below you, every person, direct person below you. Now, it's important when people come in at a higher level than you, meaning in terms of the tier or package that they buy, there are certain parts of the matrix, like they won't go into the matrix for the higher levels because you don't have those open yet, but you will always get 5% of whatever they bring in. So if you start with $100 and you have someone who you bring in someone who does $102,000, you will make 5% of that $102,000 even with just doing a $100 referral. So even if you don't have a lot of money, but you know some people who want to make some good money and have some money, you can make a lot of money just from this. Okay, so spillover. Okay, so in this scenario, there's no spillover. Let's say this is me. I get 3 people. Each of my 3 people get 3 people. There's no spillover because everybody got their people. Now, what happened in terms of my case and a lot of people's cases, because I have 40 people, I think, that went in on launch day. Okay, I can only get 3 people. So I can only get these 3 people. So what happens when my the fourth person that signs up, so this is my first person. So the very first person that signs up, they go here. The second person who signs up under me goes here. The third person who signs up under me goes here. The fourth person who signs up under me goes here. The fifth person who signs up under me goes here. The sixth person who signs up goes here. So if I put all those people in, even before these people get out to their people, their spots actually get filled with my spillover before they even fill them. And that continues from left to right all the way down. And in addition, it's coming from above us. Okay? Because even though I'm coded in the system, we're coded in the system under the boss team of Rabu and Jeremy in the system. So think about how many people they're bringing in. Tens of thousands. They have 3 spots. That's going to cause a lot of spillover as well. When you get spillover in the matrix and your matrix starts to fill up, you get paid for every person in your matrix. And I'll show you how that works on the next slide. So this is what we were talking about here. So this is for someone who just opens up the $100 matrix. Okay, but let's say they bring in the required people for all generations. They can open up that first matrix for 59,000 people, but it's only going to be the $100 matrix. If they open up the $200 matrix and they did generation 10, they would have 2 matrices where they're being paid off of these 59,000 people. If they open up the $400 matrix, they'll have 3 that they're being paid for on this level or whatever level that they qualify for. Here's how you qualify. So, as we mentioned, these first 2 levels have no requirements. So everybody gets those first 2 generations opened up regardless. Okay. Now, if you only buy in to the $100 tier, okay, when your matrix fills up with those 9 members on the second level and 3 members on the first level, you'll be paid an extra $48 of your $100 before your money's even trading. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but this is for the person who only puts in $100. And this is only for the 100, like it's you put in $100 and your 12 people, not your 12 people, but the spillover, only put $100 in. You'll still get paid $36 and $12, $48. Extra bonus money. Okay. If you don't bring in anybody, but you open up tiers 1 through 7. Okay. 7 is 12,700, I believe. So if you bring in, if you open up tiers 1 through 7, but don't bring in anybody, and they bring in, or excuse me, they don't bring in, they open up tiers 1 through 7. Okay. Not from the trading money, not from the equity. You have not referred a single person. Okay. So for those of you that are scared of matrices, don't be scared of making an extra $5,000 for doing nothing. $4,572 for doing nothing. You didn't bring in a single person. 0 and 0. Okay. If you open up all the tiers and they open up all the tiers, that will become $16,000. Just over $16,000. Again, you did not refer a single person, and this has nothing to do with the money you're making in trading. This has nothing to do with the money that you're making from the equity that you could get dividends or sell at some point. Okay. So as you can see, once you move on to the 3rd generation, there are some requirements, but they're minimal. This is the total from your referrals. So that means to open up generation 3, you only need 3 people and $1,000. That's just over $300 a piece. Or 1 person who does $1,000 and 2 people who do $100. That would do it too. Well, it's not a $1,000 package, I guess. Someone who does an $800 package and 2 $100 packages. That would do it too. 1 person who does a $1,500 package and 2 other people who do $100 packages. Any way you meet those numbers. Okay. 6 people, $2,000. Again, that's only about, it's between $300 and $400 a person. It's not a lot of money. It's not like you have to bring in people that bring in, you know, a ton of money. If you open up levels 1 through 7, you bring in a few people, 6 people, $2,000. They all do level 7. You can make $30,000 extra dollars in the matrix. You open up the whole thing, you can do over $108,000 in the matrix. Bringing in 6 people, $2,000. All the way down here, right? Very bottom. This is the end goal for people who are trying to bring in people, who are trying to be pace setters, who are trying to really make a lot of extra money besides the trading and all that. 24 people, $128,000. Look at these numbers over here. Let's look in the middle somewhere. 15 people, $16,000. So a little over $1,000 a person. That would put $2,187 people in your matrix. Now, where does this money come from? I should probably explain that. The first 7 tiers, you're getting 3% of every person in that matrix. And 8 through 10, you're getting 1.5% of every person in that matrix. So at this level, 15 people, $16,000, which is not even a lot. You could have one guy who puts in 12,000, and then you only need 14 people that bring in a couple grand total, which is nothing. And look at these numbers. You do tiers 1 through 7, you can make over $800,000. You do all the tiers, over almost $3 million. Now remember, very important to jump in again about the smart contract, because you may be looking at this going, bullshit. It can't be bullshit. It is programmed into the system. It is coded. It is hard coded into the blockchain for everybody to see. So it's not possible to change it. These are the numbers. Okay. So what else do you get? As I mentioned this earlier, 10% matrix bonus. So all of your direct referrals, every direct referral of yours, you get 10% of anything they make in the matrix. This is incredible. Okay. So for those of you that already signed up, you already know about this. The first 48 hours didn't go the greatest in terms of being able to bring people on. We worked through a lot of them. For those of you that are not in yet, okay, first of all, for anyone who is not in yet and anyone who's looking to upgrade, there is a big webinar that the D.AI.SY folks, the D.AI.SY team or whatever, is going to be doing. It's late tonight, East Coast time. It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. Pacific will be midnight, 2 a.m. Central, etc. 8 a.m. UTC time for those of you out in Europe, which is where they are. So for anyone who has not signed up yet, and for anyone who is looking to upgrade, it was recommended that while they're updating the system over the next 5-6 hours or so, that we hold off on new signups. So I highly recommend for anyone who's interested, after this call, get with your sponsor, get all the information you need, get your Tron set up in your TronLink Wallet, and be ready to go so that tomorrow, after they release us and tell us everything's good, you can sign people up again. You guys are ready to go and can get in. Okay, so let's talk about this 48 hours. So in the first 48 hours of sign up, okay, so this doesn't matter when it launched. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. It is 48 hours after you sign up. So using me as an example, okay, since Eric and I were in the system prior to the launch, our 48 hours started when we signed up prior to the launch. We had almost 24 hours of our grace period gone before anyone can even get in because it wasn't even launched yet. Why is it like this? And why can it change? Because it's programmed into the smart contract. So this is how it is. This is how it is today. This is how it is for launch. This is how it is a month from now, and a year from now, and 2 years from now. Whenever you sign up, you get 48 hours. Now, what does that 48 hours mean? It means in that 48 hours, there are no requirements for referrals. So hold on one second here. I want to jump back to this, but I wanted to go back to that for a second. So what that means is in the first 48 hours, these requirements don't exist. Okay. So whatever levels you open up, level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever tiers you open up or levels you open up, that's the same thing. You will have all 10 generations open on each of your matrices for the first 48 hours. So it means you do not have to refer anybody, and it's as if you referred 24 people and $128,000. But you have to obviously buy up in the right, levels, obviously, to open up the different matrices. But to open up the generations, all 10 generations are open for everybody for the first 48 hours that you sign up. All right. So that's the 48 hours. So what else is there? A unilevel residual trading bonus. Unilevel means all the people below you. Okay. So don't worry about the matrix. That's a 3-10 force matrix. That's something completely different. Okay. This is just unilevel, meaning you and every direct referral of yours. And then from there, it's based upon level. So on the first level, you get 3.5% of all trading. Okay. So if someone who I bring in, they make X amount of dollars on trading, I get 3.5%, not of their money, but of the money the amount of money they made. So if someone makes $100, I get $3.50 also, but it doesn't come out of their money. Okay. And level 2 through level 10, you get 1%. Okay. And there's full dynamic compression. So what does that mean? You can only be paid on the levels that you buy in at. So if I buy in at level 8 and I have one of my people who buys in at level 9, I will get paid on level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for level 9, that person will compress into someone who bought level 9. And they will get paid on that particular thing. Okay, this is awesome. Pacesetter Bonus. Okay, so what does this mean? So for those of you that are going to bring in some people, okay, whatever level you get to in the first 30 days that you sign up, they will automatically up you to the next level. Okay, so if you bring in 3 people and $1,000 total, this is not your money, by the way, this is what your people bring in. So you need to bring in 3 people, excuse me, that cumulatively bring in $1,000. If you hit that level, they will bump you to this level and you will be paid on 4 generations until you bring in more people. You have earned that for life. If you bring in more people, obviously you can bump yourself up, but if you never bring in any more people, you have earned that for life. Okay. And whatever level that is. So if you bring in level 7, you bring in 15 people at 16,000, they will bump you to level 8. So you will have 8 generations open for life. Okay. And then here's the big ones. If you bring in level 9, 21 people, $64,000, not a little bit of money, but not a ton of money, not for being one of the highest levels in the program. 21 people, $64,000 total dollars, about $3,000 a person, average. They will bump you to level 10. That means for the entire time you're in this program, you will open up all 10 generations of any level you open. So if you have 10 levels open, you will have 10 generations open on 10 levels. If you have 5 levels open, you will have 10 generations open on 5 levels. Unreal. And if you actually reach the 10, which is the 24 people and $128,000 without being bumped up, you not only will achieve level 10, okay, where they will also give you access to extra people from the 59,000 to the 88,572, but they will also, oh, sorry, that's actually just the total. I apologize. So this will be your total, but you will also get additional profit sharing. Okay. Your share in 1.8 of all global contributions. Doesn't mean you get 1.8%, but 1.8% of all contributions will be split amongst these gold pay setters. So you're going to get your share of every pack that is ever bought by every person ever in this system after you achieve this. You will also get your share of 1.25% of all global trading profits and additional shares in equity. Awesome. Okay. So what do you need to do that? 10 generations, 24 directs, 128 in your first 30 days. And this is what you get. Okay. So for the Pacesetter leadership bonus, that's if you help 3 of your people achieve the gold bonus. If you help 3 of your people achieve the gold bonus, or you don't help them, but they just achieve it, either way it works. But hopefully you're working with your team to help them succeed. You get an additional shares in all 3 of these things as well. No time frame in terms of when you need to achieve this. Okay, so this is the same thing we were just looking at. These are the tiers. We already talked about that. VIP customers. We'll talk about that another time. Okay, so how do you join DAISY? You want to download an improved Tron wallet. Forget about Clever. We want TronLink. If you're on an iPhone, it's TronLink. If you're on a Android, it is Tron Pro. Okay, you want to have a minimum of $100 in Tron, but as many of you have found out, we need more because of energy fees. So we recommend doing somewhere around 25 to 35 extra dollars just to play it safe, although hopefully you don't need anywhere near that. And then get a sign up link from your referrer. There is no way to sign up to DAISY without a referral link. You cannot just go to DAISY Global and sign up. It does not allow you to. You have to get a referral link. If I'm your sponsor, get it from me. If I'm not your sponsor and you don't have a sponsor, get it from me if you're on this call. If you're seeing this on YouTube. If you have a sponsor who brought you to this call, or someone who told you about this opportunity, please go to them after this call. Very important that we respect that and handle this with integrity. So that is that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the other account now, an account that has no referrals. So for those of you that didn't get spillover and said spillover is bullshit, I want to show you that it's not. But obviously the higher level that you go in, the better chance you have at spillover. The earlier you go in, the better chance you have at spillover. And some of it is just, I hate to say it, but some of it is just luck. And the reason why I say that is because the spillover moves left to right, some of it is just luck and coincidence, or not coincidence, but circumstance on where you land in a certain place. If you land in a certain place that ends up at spillover, it's just luck. In general, leaders try and set up their teams. When the launch happened, that all got thrown out the window. And then it was like, let's just get everybody in as quickly as we can. So unfortunately, a lot of us were not able to build our lines the way we wanted to. But we're still in, for those of you that are in super early, and for those of you that are going to get in the next day or two or week, you're going to be in way early too. So now this is my my father's account, and as you can see, there's 24,000 Tron in there, a little over $700, even with a dip in Tron. Let's go in here, and as you can see, that was some Tron I sold to one of my people here. So as you can see, he has payments coming in, not as often as the referral account, because there's obviously bonuses that we're getting that he's not getting. But as you can see, all of these pluses are all payments from the program. And if you click on any particular one, you'll see right here, it says smart contract trigger. Because as soon as the smart contract was triggered, it paid me. Or him, I guess, in this case. Any one of them, as you can see, smart contract trigger. So that's how we know the smart contract is working perfectly. Okay. And as you can see, if we go in here, let's go into DAISY. I knew that was going to do that. Okay. So if you ever go into DAISY, if you have multiple accounts and you ever go in, it goes into the wrong account, make sure you sign out, make sure you're in the right wallet, and then automatically sign back in. Okay. All right. So as you can see, my dad has 0 referrals. Okay. He has opened all the tiers that he went up to, 7, as you can see. 8 tells him no. Okay. So 7, he has all the tiers that he's supposed to. He will open up these 2 levels and they're already open, but we're just not seeing the people because you don't need any referrals for that. But he will not have any others open unless he decides to share this with people. If you go over here, you will see that he has made, I think this number might be a little bit off, approximately $700 in the matrix just from spillover. Again, obviously this account has no referrals. Okay. Something that's amazing about this program, despite the issues on the front end of the app, the website really, this system had 50,000 people go in a matter of 24 hours. Most of them had to use the back end because of the problems with the front end. Thank you, Shante, for that. And not only just for our group, but for many around the country and the world. And in 48 hours, $50 million. Over $50 million went into the D.AI.SY system. Over $24 million, you can see it right here, is trading in the D.AI.SY system. Oh, I'll do that while I'm here. So you can actually see, so this is the crowdfunding part of it. This is where you'll see the matrix part and all of that stuff, qualified generations, okay, and all of that. And then if you click over to the fund part, so this is my father's account, as I mentioned. He bought into level 7, as we talked about. In level 7, only 50% of your money goes to trading. So in this case, he has half of his money, $6,350 goes into trading. And as you can see so far, he's made $106.46. Okay. Now, if I can just hop off real quick here, just to show you the other one, if you guys can remember that number or approximate number real quick. Okay. And now let's log back in to the master account. And you can see here, well, first of all, if you see down here, I don't think these numbers are completely accurate, but you can see, ooh, screenshot. You can see the referrals. So as you can see, I don't think these numbers are completely accurate, but I think they're close. We have more than 24 people. We have over $107,000. And there's the ultimate goal. Again, these are not accurate. These should all be opened up down to the 10, actually, because we've achieved level 9, which would jump us up to level 10. And we're headed for a gold setter or gold Pacesetter. So if we click on here, the fund, you will see that my father made about $127 and we made about $255. It's all relative to each other because we bought a pack that was twice as much. We've made twice as much money. If you bought the $6,000 pack, $6,300 pack, you've made half of what my father made. If you bought the $3,100 pack, you made half of that. If you bought the $1,500 pack, you made half of that. And that's just how it works. For those of you that are looking to sign up, I highly recommend, the screen's bugging out. I highly recommend that you get your team in place, get ready to go, have your Tron ready, and then sit tight until we let you know that everything is working properly and ready to get back in the system. For those of you that want to use the, when we're good to go, want to use the back end workaround as it's being put out there and called, there are videos and a step-by-step instructions that Shanti, myself, and Rabu, Gary have put together. I can provide that after this meeting as well. I am so excited about this opportunity. It is, I'm telling you, this is a game changer. And as frustrating as this has been and as challenging as this has been for many of us because of the front end issues, the back end smart contract has been working perfectly. The AI is trading now and doing well. And the future for this is incredible. And all I look at it as is a opportunity for the most dedicated and strongest and most eager people to get in this are who got in this now. And it gave an opportunity to expand to our networks and open up our networks a little bit more and bring people in a few days later that if they would have come in a few days later after a normal launch would be behind probably a couple 100,000 people. So it gives people the opportunity to really still be in early and maximize, this opportunity. Again, there's so many ways you can make money in this without referring, the trading, the equity, and then the matrix spillover like you saw from my father and from others. I have someone in my group, I hope he's not on this call. So he started at the $3,100 level. And I know after about 36 hours, he had over $300 in profits just in the matrix already. So, and he didn't bring in a single person either. So, the spillover is real. It's not guaranteed. The higher the level you go in at, the better. But everybody needs to look at that part as bonus money, unless you are really referring, and really focus on the other side of it, the trading, the equity, and the incredible opportunity we're getting to be involved in something at such a minimal potential contribution to own equity and to be able to be part of this trading platform is just mind-blowing. And if you want to refer people and share with people, then you can make a lot more money. And if you get in early and don't refer or share with people, but you buy in at a decent level, you can make a lot more money as extra bonus money also. Not already in my group, please come join the group. Even if you're a direct referral to me, wonderful. I'm excited to have you. If you're with someone else who brought you, we're a big family. A lot of the people in my group are direct referrals, and a bunch of the other people are not direct referrals. We're just one big happy family. There's no membership to join my group either. We're basically just a Facebook group and a big Facebook chat. But we talk a lot about these opportunities and share strategies and share solutions and all those, type of things. So on Facebook, it's Berman Investment Group. The Berman Investment Group is also the group chat. So get with whoever got you in this to add you to both of those things. And my website is thebermaninvestmentgroup.com. So it's THE Berman, BERMAN, investmentgroup.com. It'll have all information on D.AI.SY, my sign up link, or I should say our sign up link. It'll have information on other programs that I'm in, investing in general, crypto, a whole bunch of things. There's a market page that shows you that you can convert currency. It's just a really great, tool for this investing world. And I will wrap this call up. I think you've gotten a little bit of an idea from me on this call. This is haven't slept very much in the last week excited. So if that gives you any idea of the level of excitement that I have for this, it really combines a few things that are very exciting to me. You'll see when you go to, my website, you'll see that, that I'm in different AI programs and different trading programs and all kinds of things like that. So I love the AI world and how it's really taking over trading. And there's even a new one I'm launching soon that's already up on the website, but I haven't even presented to the group yet. That's an AI in the e-commerce space. So I love the AI technology. The fact that it's a decentralized app, that uses a smart contract with no company, hands or fingers in my money, no one holding my money, no one deciding when I get my withdrawals, none of that. Instant payments, instant withdrawals. I love that aspect of it. And again, on the AI side of it, we're with a company that is leading the field in that. And we are getting equity in a company that's going to go public, that's leading the field in this futuristic technology, but it's not even futuristic anymore. So to me, that's, mind blowing. And again, the early access that we have in this, the pre-coded position that we have in this is an amazing opportunity for everyone to be able to get in as high of a level as possible, to have the best opportunity for spillover to make that extra money, whether you are referring people or not. So, I am extremely excited, and I just can't wait for the future. Tonight, there will be a call for those of you that are interested. You can go to daisycrowd.com. It'll be 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Central, midnight Pacific, and 8 a.m. UCT time. It'll be Dr. Anna Becker and some of the, senior leadership giving updates on a number of things, positive and in relation to some of the technology issues. And then we will go from there. I am, for those of you that have never met me before this call, or never spoken to me online before, my group will tell you I am very, very accessible, both in the group chat as well as in private chats. And as I said, and I've said before, I have an incredible team with, my partner, with Shanti, and a number of other people in my group who are incredibly intelligent, savvy investors, and extremely helpful people who really all work together for the common goal of us all making more money and achieving that financial freedom. So please come join me in D.AI.SY, in other programs. Again, my name is Josh Berman. The name of the group is called the Berman Investment Group. The initials are BIG. So let's go big together. Thank you. You guys have a great evening. Take care.